A police tent marks the spot where David Askew's body was found outside the house he shared with his mum and brother. Moments before, there were reports of youths jumping in and out of the garden and tampering with the bin.
One or more persons it was, throwing abuse at them and what they were going to do and everything. And then they disappeared, like I said. David came out and then I thought he went in, and then next thing was all the police that turned up. None of us are surprised. It's something that's been waiting to happen.
David and his family have lived in Hattersley all their lives, but for the past decade, maybe longer, they've repeatedly had to cope with antisocial behaviour. One lady has described him as like a child in a man's body, and he spent a lot of time talking to youngsters, but some youths would torment him, demanding money and cigarettes.
Knocking on the gates, knocking on the front windows and doors, shouting at David, which on the face of it may seem to be low level, but it's not. It's quality of life and it shouldn't have been happening. Right at this time, I'm struggling to find what else we could do without having an officer sat in the front lounge every day. And as a matter of interest, we have on occasions had our PCSOs in the address, looking out into the garden when they think there's going to be a problem. And we've challenged kids because of it. So we've even tried that, but we can't do it every day.
When police arrived here last night around 20 to 10, they found him slumped in the garden and he was pronounced dead. CCTV footage shows him collapsing, but there's no sign of youths nearby, and while officers stress there's no evidence of a physical assault, they still want to speak to anyone who was here.
We've put in a lot of support with the family, like I say, daily contact with them, and where we have been able to take action with evidence, we have taken that action. We have done as much as we can to help them, and like I say, we are really, really saddened that yes, it is a tragedy, but it is not for want of effort on our part to try and resolve it.
That said, the fact remains that there is a devastated family tonight and an innocent man who's dead after years of bullying and intimidation that those whose job it is to protect him knew all about. James Webster, Channel M Today.